everybody, it's me, Kevin. Welcome to Card Sharks on the DOS box here at KKS Productions. Glad to have you with us. We are going to do just what I said, play some Card Sharks. And as you can see, if this is your first time watching, this is a game that was released in 1987, so they ask sometimes futuristic questions, but we kind of have to put our mindset to the mid-80s because things were a little different then. Bit of a culture shock for you young kids watching. So, first of all, do you want to use a joystick? We don't use joysticks anymore, so obviously we're going to say no to that. And it's going to be one player. It's going to be a man. Now, I played this when I was a kid, and I always went with this character right here. And because he had a baseball cap. And I'm going to put my name in there. And now the computer will select their character. Done, and the name will be Angela. Alright, so you know how this works. For those of you who don't know, the idea is to work your way across the board, to predict whether a card is higher or lower than the one preceding it. And to get control of the cards, got to win a high-low toss-up question. And here comes the first one, and it's for me. We asked 100 men in Dallas, have you ever gone square dancing? How many have said they have gone square dancing? A lot, I would say. Square dancing pretty popular in Texas, I would say. So let's go 73, because there's got to be some who say they have not. She's going to go lower. Alright, the number of men in Dallas who said they have gone square dancing is 64. So quite a few, but I went too high. Alright, so Angela gets first crack at the cards. We both have queens as base cards. She's not changing. She's going lower and gets a 4. She's going to go higher this time and gets a king, going lower this time and gets another king. Doubles do not play in this round. So I get a free chance. I cannot change that queen. I did not win the question, and I would not want to change that. Let's go lower. It's a 4. Let's go higher. 8, and I shall freeze. Right in the middle there. Alright, next question is for Angela. The question is, we asked 100 teenage girls who are going steady, did you kiss your boyfriend the first time you went out with him? How many of those teenage girls said they did? She's going to go high on this one. She says 77. I'm going to say lower and go with the odds on that one. The actual number of teenage girls who are going steady who said they did kiss for the very first time was 72. I was correct. But it was up there. Alright, so I'm going to change that 8, hope for something better. I get a 5. Let's go higher. And it was a deuce. Okay, so Angela gets a free shot with the queen. She goes lower, gets a jack. Goes lower again, and there's an ace. Ouch. Next question goes to me. We asked 100 people in Washington, D.C., have you ever fudged on your income tax? How many said they have? I'll say 55. Everyone's fudged on their taxes. I love how they use the word fudge. The actual number of people in Washington, D.C. who say they have fudged on their taxes is 38. Alright. But how many of them actually told the truth? Come on now. She's going to stick with that queen, goes lower, and another ace. Alright. I get a free shot. Let's go higher than that 5. It's an 8. I'll try it. Let's go higher. Oh, alright. Going to sudden death. Fourth and final question. Someone must win the round on this play of the cards. The question goes to Angela. We asked 100 people, have you ever bought anything at an auction? How many said they have? She's going to go low on this side, and I've never been to it. Well, that's not true. I have been to auctions, but I never bid on anything. When I was in radio in the from 99 to 04, I worked for a small station in Georgetown, Ohio, which is no longer in existence, WAXZ, and we had to go to the Brown County Fair, and we had to remote broadcast the auctions, and I was there for that. So I've been there, but I've never bought anything. So I'm going to go with the odds and go higher. For all important control of the cards, it is higher indeed. All right. So I can play that 5, and if I make a mistake, Angela wins. I can pass to her. She has to go all 4. Cannot change that queen. I'm going to give her a chance at it. If she sweeps it, she earned it. She's going lower, gets a 4. Going higher, gets a 9. Going lower, it's a 10, and I win the first round. Okay. So we go to round number 2, and the first question goes to me. We asked 100. It takes 2 out of 3 to win the game, by the way. Win the match. We asked 100 corporate executives, be honest. Could one of your employees do your job better than you do? How many said they think one of their employees could do a better job? You know, I have to think some of them are egotistical to think that they are not going to have a thought process of an employee doing a better job. So I'm going to say 23. Angela's going to go higher, I'll bet you. She does. The actual number of corporate executives who said they think one of their employees could do a better job is 28, so I was right in the ballpark. All right, her base card is a deuce, while mine is a 10. She's not going to change that. Don't blame her. Going higher than the deuce, and it's another deuce. Well, that didn't work out, now did it? I have a 10, not my favorite card. Let's go lower. 7. Let's go higher. Wow, are there any face cards in my deck? Angela, we asked 100 single women, do you wish you were married? How many said they wish they were married? She's going 43. You know, in this day and age, I think, and I know this is 80s culture talking here, I know today that there are a lot of people who would rather be single than married, and some don't even bother to get married anymore. They just, become common law husbands and wives, whatever the case might be. Geez. But did they feel that way in the 80s? I'll say higher. Number of single women who said they wish they were married is 48. All right. Again, these are very close guesses on both our parts here. I'm going to change that 10. Again, not my favorite card. There's a queen. Let's go lower. And a 3. Let's go higher. King. Lower. Here come the face cards. And I got one too many. Okay, Angela. Going higher than the deuce. Gets a 3. Higher again. 6. Higher than the 6. 5. All right, next question goes to me. We asked 100 people, does the government know more about you than it has the right to know? How many said they think the government knows more than it should? I think a lot of people think that way. Let's go with 75. And she's going to go lower. I feel that way today. The number of people who say they think the government knows more than it should is 54. Wow, okay. I think that number will be a hell of a lot higher today. She's going to stick with that deuce. I know that. Let's go higher, she says. It's a 5. Going higher again. 9. Lower than the 9. Gets a 7. Going for it all the way. And wow. Boy, she earned that one. Okay, we're going to round number 3. Now, in the show, they play 3 cards, but not here. Gotta play all 5. We asked 100 married men. This is for Angela. Be honest, is your wife a bad housekeeper? How many said they have a bad housekeeper for a wife? Oh, boy. 44. I'm praying for the male race here. Let's go lower. Come on. They have good housekeepers. Come on. Yeah! 15. All right, I got a 4 to start out this time. I'm not changing that. Let's go higher. King, lower, come on. And 8, and I'll freeze. Okay, so the next question now goes to me. We asked 100 actors and actresses, has the public ever seen the real you? How many said they have shown their real selves? Let's go 51. Angela's going to go lower. All right, the number of actors and actresses who said they have shown their real selves is 73. That's kind of the direction I was hoping that would go. I'm going to change that 8. I don't care for that 6. Let's go higher. Oh. All right, Angela gets to play the 3. Hopefully she doesn't sweep it this time. She goes higher, gets a jack. Goes lower, gets a 6. Goes higher, gets an ace. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your ball game. But I'm not going anywhere. We're going to play another one. The computer players do not play the big money cards. So we'll play again. Use same contestants? Sure, why not? All right, first question goes to me. New game. We asked 100 single women, have you ever heard the same line from more than one man? So how many of them have said they have heard that saying, I lost my number, can I have yours? I think a few, definitely. 63. I think she's going to go lower. The actual number of single women who said they have heard that same line. 95, way higher. Okay. Oh gosh, I have an 8. I'm going to change that, obviously. And I get a 5. Let's go higher. 9. Let's go lower. Ew, it was higher. Should have frozen. Angela has a 6 and goes higher, gets a 7, and freezes. That's what I should have done. Oh well. Angela's turn. We asked 100 elementary school teachers, do your students have a nasty nickname for you? How many say they do have a nasty nickname? 17. I gotta go higher. Did I have any nasty nicknames from my teachers? Oh gosh, I don't think so. I've heard classmates give nasty nicknames to some of our teachers. I mean, there were a couple I didn't like, but most of them I did like. I did not like my choir teacher my senior year. Freshman, sophomore, and junior year, that choir director, one of the greatest human beings alive. Let's go higher. Only 9. Wow. Okay. So Angela's going to change that 7, gets a 4. Going higher. Queen. Lower than the queen. Ace. Okay. Let's go higher again. And now freeze this time. I learned my lesson. My question. We asked 100 Protestant ministers, if a man and a woman truly love each other, is it wrong for them to live together without getting married? How many of those Protestant ministers said it is wrong for them to live together without getting married? Well, I was brought up Catholic, and I do know that in the Catholic faith, and I'm not a practicing Catholic now. I don't want to get too into religious preaching or any of that sort. I know that the man and the woman were not supposed to live together until after they were married, and they weren't allowed to have sex until after they got married as well. Those are some customs that hold true to this day. That they believe hold true to this day. So, but I don't know much about Protestants. I really don't. You'd think I would, because I'm an interfaith ordained minister with the Universal Life Church. I'm just going to stick it right in the middle, say 50. I'm not really sure. Angela's going to go higher. The number of Protestant ministers who say they think it is wrong is 68. Okay. So they think along the same lines as Catholics do. Fair enough. So she's going to keep that 4 and go higher. Finds an 8 and freezes. I believe it is the sudden death time? Yes. All right. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. And the question goes to Angela. We asked 100 sanitation workers, do you think Americans waste too much? How many say they think Americans do waste too much? She says 74, and I agree. That's going to be a high number, but I have to go with the odds and go lower. For the control of the cards, the control is hers, 81. Okay. She's going to pass to me, isn't she? Oh, she's going to keep it and change the 8. Okay. Higher than the 4. A 9. A higher again. A king. She got it. Wow. Okay. So, second game, and it's my turn. We asked 108-year-old boys from Japan, should boys have to help their mothers with the housework? How many said they should help their mothers? I'm not familiar with Japanese customs, though I do know that, parents want their kids to help out. 8 years old and above. I don't remember asking my son for very much at that age. And he's 20 now. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to say it's going to be a low number. How about 29? Angela's going to go higher. Number of 8-year-old boys from Japan who said they should help their mothers is 68. All right. She has a 9. I have an ace. She's changing that 9 and gets a 3 and goes higher. Finds a 9, goes lower, gets a 3. Finds a king, and for the sweep, boy, she swept it. 2 in a row. All right. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick around and play another game. How's that? We will play again, and let's mix it up. Let's get a new contestant in here. Put my information in here. And our opponent this time is going to be Mustache. That's what I used to call him. Only his name is Matthew. Okay. All right. Third game of this live stream. We asked 100 congressmen, are you a lawyer? How many said they are? I think some of them are, sure. Let's go with 65. Not all of them are lawyers. Matthew is going to say lower. And the actual number of congressmen who are lawyers is only 38. Okay. So his base card is a 5, mine's a 4. He's not going to change. He's going to go higher and gets a 4. And it's my turn. Let's go higher. I can't change it. Queen, lower than the queen. A 4, higher. 7, freeze. All right. Question to Matthew. We asked 100 male millionaires, when you were a kid, did you have a paper route? How many said they did have a paper route? He says 40. I disagree. Only because a lot of millionaires are self-made. Not all inherited their fortunes. So they came from humble beginnings. Let's go higher. Let's hope I'm right. Number of male millionaires who said they did have a paper route was 55. All right. So I froze on the 8, or 7 rather, and I'm going to change that and get a deuce ball. Let's go higher. There it is. All right. Time for round number 2. And the question goes to me. We asked 100 postmen, have you ever read a magazine destined for someone else? How many said they have? If they were Playboys, sure. But Good Housekeeping, nah. Guns and Ammo, maybe. Let's go 30. Matthew's going to go higher. The actual number of postmen who said they have read someone else's magazines is 73. Really? Must have been all Playboys then. Alright, so Matthew's base card is a 4. Not going to change it. Goes higher and gets a 9. Going lower and finds a queen. I have a 3. See if I can sweep this and go to the money cards. Let's go higher. 9. Let's go lower. 8. I'll freeze. I'm not going to push my luck like that. Alright, so I'm 2 cards away from the championship, and the next question goes to Matthew. We asked 100 5th graders, do your parents have trouble when they try to help you with your math homework? And they said they do have trouble with math homework. 45. I'm terrible at math. Anyone who's watched any of my broadcasts knows I'm terrible at math. Matter of fact, Katie and I were watching an episode of Jeopardy from just yesterday, and Double Jeopardy had a math question, and I was terrible at it. Let's go higher. Number of 5th graders who said they do have trouble with the math homework is 53. Alright, so I've won that question, and now I'm going to change that 8 and try to win this thing. Let's go higher. A 10, lower for the win. There it is! Finally. Only took 3 tries. And now we go to the money cards. We start with $200 on the bottom level, bet 3 cards. Go to the second level, $400 and 3 more cards. Minimum bets $50 and in $50 increments till we get to the top card, the big bet, where we wager at least half our money. And we can change 1 card per line. And also, in this game, the only time you get a push is if it's on the big bet. So anything before the big bet, if another jack comes up, for example, then I will lose that bet. So to start with, A jack, I'm going to change that card because jacks are not my favorite. I will go with number 1. I find an 8. I don't like that, obviously. I'll bet the house minimum $50 and go higher. And there's a jack. Well, see? I was screwed either way. Okay, can't change that. So let's go 150 and let's go lower. It's a king. Okay. I'm going to go all $100 now and go lower, try to get back to even. And there's a queen. We'll add $100 and then 2 or 400 more to the second level. I have a queen. I will not change that, and I will bet $400 that the next card will be lower. Ooh, gosh, these are terrible cards. All right, gonna go all in this time. Oh, I don't want to change it. I hit the wrong button. Oh, well. Now let's go higher. Ugh. There's an ace. All right. Well, wasted that. Oh, well. All in, and let's go lower. It's a 5. Okay. So we'll move that up to the top card, the big bet. I have $800. I must bet at least half of it. And I am going to change that card on purpose now, and it's another 5. Let's go the minimum, $400, and let's go higher for $1,200. Okay, it's a tie there. It's a push, and I won $800, which brings me to an even round total of $1,000. And I will play one more time for you guys. And I'll use the same contestants. All right, first round. First question. We asked 100 married women, have you ever tried to get pregnant without telling your husband? How many said they have tried to get pregnant secretly? With her husband or somebody else? I'll say 32. Matthew is going to go higher, I think, and he will. The number of married women who said they have tried to get pregnant secretly is 14. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, my base card is a 7. I'm going to change it, and I get a 9. Not much better. Let's go higher. Let's go lower. Oh, all right. Matthew has a 4. Gonna go higher and gets a king. Lower than the king, gets an 8. Freezes. Okay. Next question goes to Matthew. We asked 100 male college students, do you use a hairdryer? How many say they do use a hairdryer? Going 68. This is the 80s, folks, and I think he's definitely right. Let's go lower, though, because of the odds. 64. I think in 2026, that number will be a little lower. Let's change that 9. And oh, good glory. 6, 9, then 6. Let's go higher. A 10. Lower, come on. 4, higher. Oh, deuce ball. Okay, Matthew has to play off that 8. Goes higher. And a 4. Okay. My turn. We asked 100 people in Poland, do you think the United States poses a greater threat to the world peace than Russia does? Let me repeat that. We asked 100 We asked 100 people in Poland, do you think the United States poses a greater threat to world peace than Russia does? How many said they think the U.S. is a greater threat? USA, 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 37. Matthew says higher. The actual number of people in Poland who said they think the U.S. is a greater threat is 80. All right. So Matthew's on that 8, and he's going to change it and gets a 6, goes lower, and gets a queen. Why would you go lower on a 6? That's against the odds. I'll go higher. Let's go lower than that queen. A king. All right. Sudden death time. You know how it plays out. Question goes to Matthew. We asked 100 Frenchmen, oui. If you asked a woman to spend the night with you, would you respect her more if she refused? How many said they would respect her more if she refused? Matthew says 76. I'm going lower for the odds. Correct answer is 70. Okay. I am going to pass. Let's see what Matthew does with that. It goes higher than the 6. It was another 6, and I win my first round. Since I have been doing this Card Sharks DOS series, I've never got on a winning streak. All right, we asked 100 mothers of millionaires. Second round now. When you phone your son, does he ever put you on hold? How many say they are put on hold? I think a few would. Let's go to 67. 2/3. Matthew's going to go lower, and the actual number of mothers of millionaires who said they are put on hold by their son is 23. So, what? 77 good kids. We both have sevens. He's going to change his and get to Jack. Goes lower, gets a queen, and I get a free shot off the 7. Can't change it, didn't win the question. Let's go higher. Alright, it's a deuce. Okay. Stay loose, play 7 deuce. Poker term. Greg goes all in. Alright. Matthew, we asked 100 5th grade boys, do you have a picture of a girl in your wallet? How many say they do have a picture of a girl in their wallet? 43. I say that's going to be even lower. Number of 5th grade girls who said they do have a picture of a girl in their wallet is 42. Oh, boy. All right. Now I can change that 7. Get it the hell out of here. Don't show me another 7. Oh, even worse. Let's go higher. King. Lower. 6. Freeze. Okay, next question I believe goes to me. Yes. We asked 100 women corporate vice presidents, do you usually wear pants to work? The hell else would you wear? Well, dresses, I guess. How many said they usually do wear pants? Oh, I don't think very many. Some would. I think they're more inclined to wear dresses. Let's go 38. He's going to go higher. Number of women corporate vice presidents who said they do usually wear pants is 37. Wow, off by 1 again. I'm going to change that there 6. And instead I get a 5. Let's go higher. Jack, for the game, lower. We're on a winning streak. How about that? All right, back to the big money. Starting out with a king. I'm not going to go through the charade of telling you how this works. Let's bet all of it, and the next card will be lower, and it is indeed lower. So I double up to 400. I'm going to change that card with number 1, and I get an 8. Let's go $100. Let's go lower, and I get a 7. Gee-miny. All right. Let's go 250 and go higher. It's a 6. Okay, so I lose half, but I get 400 for the second level. I'm up to 650. And once again, I will change that card with a number 2, and I get an 8. My goodness gracious. Let's go 350. And we'll go higher again. There we go. There's a Jack. All right, $1,000. Let's go half of it, and we'll go lower. And there's a 4. Up to 1,500 now. Let's try $1,000 and go higher for 2,500. There we go. There's a 10. Up to $2,500, and I have to wager at least half. I'm going to change that 10, and I get a 3. All in for $5,000 or nothing going higher. There it is. That's much better. $5,000, not too bad at all, folks. All right, so that brings me up to a total of $6,200 for the 200 I won during the game. And there we go. All right, so $6,200, 2 in a row. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream, folks. I'm going to call it for now. But if you want to see more, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Also, like, subscribe, and ring the bell to our sister station, MVG Productions. So until next time from Ohio's Mahoning Valley, this is Kevin Henry saying, so long, everybody.